Thank you, Father Carney, Reverend Fathers, any honored guests, and my dear brothers. Father Dennis Morrow is a priest, the chaplain of the Fire and Police Department, and a canon lawyer of the Diocese of Grand Rapids. I first met Father Morrow when I was in high school. I was going to confession, and he happened to be one of the priests that was there that day. Now, Father Morrow has a condition that makes it hard for him at times to speak, and so it was difficult to understand what he was saying, but what I did notice throughout the sacrament was his attentiveness to my soul and his sincerity, especially as he was giving the absolution. I looked right into his eyes and just felt this mercy from the Father poured down into my heart. And I'd never really felt that so profoundly before. So that was my first experience, and I walked away thinking, okay, I'm never going to see this guy again. But as time goes on, I had the opportunity to work in the tribunal for 3 summers. I was doing an archiving project there, and so I got to meet Father Morrow again. And I was like, that's the guy I saw in confession. No way. So there's a couple things that I noticed. In particular, the first thing was the man is a walking history book of the Diocese of Grand Rapids and just Grand Rapids history in general. I had the chance to look at lots of different photos and documents, and I could show him a photo and he'd talk about the people in the photo like he met them yesterday. Like, just amazing, his reverence and value of the history of Grand Rapids. It's amazing. Another thing was that being in the tribunal, you're dealing with a lot of really dark issues in humanity, and you need people that can have a lighter attitude about it. He was definitely one of those, and our judicial vicar was also another one. And so we have a running joke in the office that we call the two of them the old guys from the Muppets that just sit on the top and make jokes about everything. So it was great to have them keeping a light heart in the tribunal. Thirdly, especially as the abuse crisis came about these last couple of years, I've noticed this steadfastness in holding to the church, and really just this pastoral wisdom that Father Morrow has. He's able to take the teachings of the church and apply them in a way that brings hope to people that don't have hope, especially those that were deeply affected by the scandals and the crisis that was brought about. So it was amazing just to see the impact that has on people, and especially myself. And then finally, when I was in Rome this last spring, I got word that Father Morrow was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, and it kind of just shook reality for me. I wasn't sure if I was going to get to see him before I came back from Rome. I didn't know how long he had to live, and it really upped that value for me that he had on my life, that impact. And so that really took a big impact on my semester. But praise be God, I was able to come back this summer, and he made it through that long, and it was just great to be able to see the perseverance and reliance that he has on God. It's not something that comes from himself. He's living each day as if God's just saying, hey, got this day, keep going. And it's so amazing just to see this strength that is really inhuman because it's from God. It's it's this strength that does not have any human standing on it. It's totally from the Lord. And so I guess to summarize, Father Dennis Morrow has had a really big impact on my life for his appreciation and value of the history of Grand Rapids, for his lightheartedness amidst the dreariness of tribunal work, for his steadfastness to the church, and finally for his reliance on God. Praise be Jesus Christ.
Now and forever.